For this assignment, we're going to be using our source file to go through sorting and filtering of data, and also using graphics to highlight elements that you feel are important. So let's begin. Cell D4, let's click here. This then tells the computer this is the primary column that we're going to be focusing on. We're going to go through and select on your data tab, go into the sort and filter section, which is right here. So you'll see sort, filter, advanced, AZZA. In the sort and filter group, we're going to click the smallest to largest button. That's the A to Z. It's going to highlight the whole chart, then bring it back, organizing this from the smallest salary to the highest salary. Now we're going to go and click on our sort button. You'll see first we have the first level, which is what we just did. We sorted our salary from smallest to largest. When you want to categorize data by multiple layers, this is where you're going to go. So first thing we want the computer to do is sort it by salary from highest to lowest. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a level. So after it sorts it from highest to lowest, if there's individuals with similar salaries, then the next step is what we'll be adding to it. So the next thing we're going to do is then sort it by first or last name values. We want it sorted from A to Z as well. We'll press OK. Alright, so now first it's going to sort it by numerical, or the salary, and then alphabetical. So we have here Jerry Buckner, Donald Coleman. There it goes from B to C, last names. Alright, in the event that you want to change your sorting, we're going to go back up to the sort group. It selects the data. Let's change this. Let's go sort by last name first, and then first name. Press OK. And now you'll see it says Baxter Brenda, Boyle Deborah. Here we have two Browns, so Charles comes before Gary, and Gary comes before Robert Brown. The next step we're going to do is we're going to filter out the data for a specific item that we're looking for. In this case, we're looking for the top 10 full-time salaried individuals. To do so, we're going to start by selecting C4 and go to our filter button. You'll see above here now we have these drop downs. First thing we want to do is drop the status bar down, deselect, select all, and only select full-time. And you'll see now we only have full-time status. Next, we want to go to our salary, and here we're going to do the choose one. So here's a bunch of options that we have. Equals, does not equal, greater than. We're looking for is the top 10 salaries. Top 10, and there we go. Now we can identify them from the list of 30 or so we had before to the 10 full-time highest paid individuals. So next we're going to apply some conditional formatting. Before we do so, let's clear out these that we have here. Turn the filter off, clear. Now we're back to our original data. First thing we want to do is select range D4 through D29. So start here and drag down. We're going to go back to our home tab, and in the styles group we're going to click our conditional formatting. So right here. So we're going to drop this down, and we're going to go to the top bottom rules. We're going to click the top 10 items, and instead of the top 10, we're going to look for the top 5. So what this will do is it'll filter out through the selection of data and highlight with a red fill, dark red text, the 5 highest salary amounts. We're going to go ahead and press OK. And there we go. Now visually it's easy to find the 5 highest amounts. So again, let's use our conditional formatting. We're going to start by selecting our cell range. Conditional formatting. We'll use the top bottom again. This time let's look at bottom 10. And just like before, we're going to change this to 5. But instead of a light red fill, why don't we do the yellow fill? That way it stands out easier against the data we've already filtered. So press OK. And there we go. Now we can see easily the 5 lowest paid salaries and the 5 highest paid salaries. Alright, next thing we're going to do, we're going to insert shapes and text boxes in order to help data stand out. So this is useful in a presentation if you were to do one for business or school or work. So let's go to our Insert tab. And we're going to use our Shapes button. So in this case, why don't we we're going to highlight, let's go here. Okay, we're going to go and highlight the lowest salary. And the highest salary. So we can go ahead again in there, or shape format, shapes. I believe the highest one is right here, 52,000. So when the item is selected, so whatever shape it is you use, you can go ahead and change the color, shape fills. So maybe this one we want to be like a red color. Okay, and this one, why don't we do yellow? Okay, that way it kind of matches what we have there. Again, shape fills, text colors. Here you got Smart Art, selection pane, sizes. So these are all ways to modify and format in order for your object to look more visually appealing. So for this arrow, why don't you just click in, automatically you'll see there's a text box. So we'll just type lowest salary and highest salary. Alright, the last thing we're going to look at will be Smart Art graphics. So we're going to go up into our tabs here, Insert, and then we have Smart Art. So for this situation, why don't we do, we'll do a pyramid. So in the pyramid then is where you can input, again, another way to visually display text. So why don't we do, say, 8,000, the lowest, pick a middle one, 29,000, and then our highest, 52,000. Okay, so you'll see they're automatically adjusted to fit the categories. Again, just like our arrows we have up here, you can change the layout, the format, change the colors. Okay, so if you want a different theme color. So this is all up to your user preference. The key though is to make it as visually appealing as possible, but also to provide a purpose. So here, got red as the 52, makes sense. Maybe we should do select the lowest one, change it to 8,000. Okay, so that way it correlates with our arrow and our conditional formatting we did earlier. So that is it. Go ahead and answer the questions and submit as your assignment.